Hey guys, it's me again. I'm going to do a few videos here on setting up my new used 14-gallon Oceanic BioCube Nano tank. Wife is finally letting me do this. We currently have a 30-gallon reef, which some do consider a nano as it is, but I wanted a smaller tank to put a couple clowns and an enemy in. So we are setting this up. Last week I went and bought a new 120 watt LED light from my local fish store, and I scored big time out of it. I got 2 free BioCubes. One that you see here, the 14-gallon, and a 29-gallon with the hood and the stand. I got all of it for 20 bucks. The light, of course, cost me a little bit more. But this 14-gallon does not have a top. So later in the video I'm going to show you my first part of my do-it-yourself lights for this for while it's cycling, and then eventually once it comes in the mail I'll show you the small light that I ordered for it, and I'm hoping that it will be sufficient. So what I have here is I went to another fish store yesterday. I got some live rock rubble. These are a couple of pieces I like that I do not want to put in the back, but I did put some in the back. You see a couple back there. I have a few more to put in there. So, and those that are not familiar with the BioCube, I'll just kind of give a quick explanation. I did think that this aquarium was acrylic, but the guy at the fish store told me I was wrong. It is glass. So I'm actually kind of happy about that, because I can get the $5 magnet cleaner at Walmart versus the $15 acrylic cleaner. But how the BioCube works is it's an all-in-one setup. Now this one's not all-in-one because I don't have the top, but essentially it's still the same. It comes with a small overflow, so the water would fill into that compartment, which is where I placed my heater. 50 watt heater, so it should be sufficient. It heated up my pre-mixed 5-gallon bucket of salt water last night to 78 extremely quickly. The thing I don't like about it is you can't adjust it, so it just goes to 78, then it shuts off and keeps it at 78. A little bit warmer than I prefer for the reef, but we'll make do for now. It was cheap at Walmart. Then from there it will flow over this compartment into what normally comes stock, I believe, with bio balls. Not preferable for most reef keepers. That's good for fish only tanks, but usually reef keepers like to keep a type of sump or refugium to filter their water. So in there generally you'll see live sand, or a sand bed, some live rock, usually like some chaeto or chaetomorphi, macroalgae that will help suck some of the phosphates and other nutrients out of the water from your main tank. And then some will put some activated carbon, chemi-pure, etc. What I'll be doing is I may have this did come with a filter sock. I may put some sand in that, but I'm not going to be putting any sand in here because it could get kind of messy. So primarily just the live rock, and then I will take some of the chaeto out of my hang in the back refugium from the 30 eventually, as well as put in some filter cartridges. Normally what I buy, at least lately, I just throw these in my hanging back refugium in the 30-gallon, are these aqua clear fluval activated carbon, as well as the ammonia pouch. Usually I throw those both in there. Very similar to what's in chemi-pure, not 100%, but cheaper. This is $3, and as well as the ammonia packet is $3, so a little bit cheaper. But those will eventually go in there. The carbon, I'm going to hold off on that stuff for a little while here, maybe for about a week. Then I'll throw it in. Then what it does is underneath the refugium, let's call it section, it comes underneath, and in here there's a return pump. Now the pump, I believe, was rated at, was it 160 gallons? It wasn't much, but what that does is it flows out through these 2 return nozzles. I did do a water check the other night in the bathtub. Didn't notice any leaks. Tried out the pumps. Got some water moving around to clean it out a little bit. Threw some vinegar in it to kind of clean it up a little bit. I didn't scrape any of the old purple or coralline algae off the walls. It does look kind of neat still, so I'm just going to leave it. But it was the vinegar is a safe way to clean an aquarium or used parts that you get. Oh, I forgot to mention, in this middle compartment you get this drip tray. This one doesn't slide in as well, but that fits in there. What that is designed for is when the water comes from this compartment and trickles over, it trickles over the bio balls. So we'll see if I'm going to be using that or not. So that's it for part one. Primarily here, I do have another power head that I'm going to be throwing in here because this return pump, I didn't notice the flow that I'll be eventually desiring in here. So I will be adding another pump to it. But essentially, that is part one. Just kind of a little instructional to what the BioCube is, and how it could be, an option to be set up as a reef. So check out part two, where I'll be putting in the sand. I'll have some of the rock in, and hopefully filling it up. Talk to you later.